Yo,
Well, you still hear echo out?
I don't hear no more.
You don't?
No, I don't hear no more. It's gone now. It's gone. Shalom.
Shalom. Can you hear me out?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can barely hear you though. There we go. I got it. It ain't on you.
Okay.
Man, if I tell you the stuff that just happened within the last 30 minutes, man, you wouldn't believe.
Now, yeah, I would. I believe it. It's always the last 30 minutes or the last 10 to 30 minutes right before the show. Right before it. Every time. Tyrone Copper in the building.
Man, this has been crazy. So I got my daughter's laptop because y'all know my laptop is like on the fritz.
Right.
It ain't even light support no more. That joke is pretty much done. Yeah. And hers is doing great. I had downloaded the software on it that I was gonna need, and it was doing great. But not that I did a test run.
And it was doing great.
And it did great. And then you sent the text and asked all good. And I was like, yes, sir. Then I came back into the StreamYard. And from there, it just went to chaos. Now, check this out.
Where do you keep your weed? Well, we got a troll in the building early. It's going down tonight. Hey, Dragon Perry, believe if you're going to come in here and troll, understand.
You got to troll.
You're going to have to go at it the best because you got two on the screen right now that'll wear you out. Pause. So if you're going to just come with it, you just keep that in mind. Exactly.
Wow.
You got the right name. Dragon showed up. All right, go ahead.
No. Yeah.
Come on, where the weed at? You smoking too much of it already, bro. Come on, man.
Absolutely. That's crazy. So yeah, but my daughter's laptop, man, when I tell you it joker spazzed out, it spazzed out. It was like just went dead. Restarted, came back, wouldn't restart. I said, man, let me get over here and go get this tablet, and that's what I'm on now. I will be purchasing another laptop ASAP, huh? Yeah, ASAP, like, yeah, because this here, boy, this is murder. Yeah, this was murder. But say, man, all praises will hear barely. What did you say? Barely.
Barely. Episode of the real Truth Be Told podcast. Where bold truth takes the mic and sugarcoating gets kicked to the curb. It's your sis behind the boards, Benasha Alahaya, hold it down and trying to keep things in motion. And you already know who's in the building, dynamic duo themselves, Shiri Shu Judith and Ayo Ben Yahoo. Two brothers dropping straight fire and undeniable facts every single time. We've got some sports to spill, and of course our signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Facts, where we break down what the mainstream won't touch. So wherever you're posted, car, couch, or the cut, focus up and guard your spirit, because once the mic's hot, there's no rewind. This is the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Let's ride, brothers. The mic is yours.
Let's ride.
I hope we got enough gas.
Well, I'm telling you. Barely pulling in the parking lot.
Slay.
We riding on
ride. How much right?
We riding on fumes.
Hey, look at here, boy. Say, most sides good though. This is gonna be good.
Yes,
it's gonna be good. Yo, welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Glad to be
So
here.
You say you don't hear the Look forward to this pod every day for real.
Okay,
All
great.
praises, Noah.
All
All
praises,
praises.
Noah.
Yeah, all praises, Noah. Yeah. So you say you don't hear the echo? I'm
I
sounding
don't hear
good.
it sounds good.
Okay, man. Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, man,
It's getting a little wet.
yeah, man. All right. I ain't worried no more.
No more.
Hey, I'm working on my tablet. It got 48% on the battery
Oh,
life. So
Lord.
I got a charge. I got a battery pack though if we get too low. So
I was about to say, so if y'all see lights out on Shear's side, it's the battery. The battery.
hey, and then I got the phone here too. So hey, we gonna be okay.
We all right.
We
We
gonna
all
be all
right.
right. Let's take it though, man. Because the more I sit here and dwell on this here, I get a little depressed. It take a lot to get shit depressed, but I got a little because everything was great. I was like, man, it's gonna be a great show. That all of a sudden it crashed out on me, man, like a 1984 dope thing. You know what I'm saying? Just wow.
Not 84, not Pookie.
Like a 1984 dope thing. It just crashed out, man.
Oh, well, them
Like,
1984 dope fiends go to sleep.
say,
They could be standing in line for a lottery ticket.
Standing up.
They could be in line for a lottery ticket and a gallon of milk and
hear the whole conversation, boy. They'll repeat it to you tomorrow. You know?
let me get that 1 on 20 and that gallon of milk, please, and go right back to sleep. You'll be like, boy, what is wrong with? And you be behind them. Ain't wanting to do nothing but get $10 of gas. And you be looking at them like, boy, won't you hurry up?
Boy, look, say, boy, that man ain't lying. That man ain't lying.
I've been there. I've been there a few times.
All right, but now let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
So, top social sales. Oh no. We're gonna do Sportsville first. My bad. My apologies.
Oh
So,
man.
we got a little bit of sports to spill for you, but if you really want the full court coverage, in zone, the owner's box news, lock in with Mo Talk. That's where Sheer, aka Mo, breaks down the hottest sports stories and says what most commentators can't and won't say. But until then, we'll give y'all a little bit to chat about. So let's talk Nico Harrison. He's fired.
Yeah, man.
Finally.
So how the news come down?
After the the worst trade, and I had to put that in there as a Lakers fan.
Man, look here.
Say, man, Nico, when you in a position like Nico, you want to do bold stuff, right? You want to be like, and just think about it. If he had to pull this off, he'd have looked like a genius for real, right?
Yep.
If he had pulled it off. And basketball wise, everybody has heard me say that basketball wise, it made sense. Would I've done it? Heck to the now, right?
Right.
I wouldn't, but you could have made a case for it basketball wise. But who he brought to Dallas, hey, did you get the message that he may be out for the year? Did you get that?
Who?
AD. At the end of the day, he
Really?
may be out. He may be out for the year. So right now it's a feud between his medical people and the owner as well. Because the owner is like, look, he ain't gonna play till I say it's okay for him to play. So I'm guessing they trying to rush him back. And the owner, like, I got to get some kind of return on this. So we ain't gonna rush him back. Then he get hurt again, and then he sit down. You know what I'm saying? And look how good Luka is looking physically and play wise in LA.
That 8-3 record could easily be 11-0 right now.
Easily, man. And this is without LeBron.
Right.
They said LeBron finna go to the G League.
To the South Bay G League for at least he started practice with them this week. Play a couple games and see if he can come back. Yeah,
this is without LeBron, man.
Is he taking Bronny with him when he go down there? No? Okay. I have to check it.
I don't know. But
yeah, hear her well. Can you hear?
I can hear her, not great, but I can here. It's not the
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I can't slide too close in because
Right. Right. Okay, yeah. As long as y'all can hear, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had I seen a meme today on IG, and they had every Lakers star exiting the building. So they had Luca's red Porsche come through. They had LeBron's Range Rover come through. When they flashed Anthony Davis, they had the ambulance come through. I said, man, that's messed up. But
that's good. That's a good one.
as a Lakers fan, it's true. The bubble year 2020, he really came through, pushed the I think there we go.
Yeah.
He pushed through some injuries, came through. But since then, AD just injury prone, man. So yeah, Nico and plus Kyrie still out. So
That's the thing, man. And so
it's
in all honesty, I'm okay. Nico signed when he got rid of Luka. He actually signed the papers for his exit out of Dallas.
yeah.
Right. Again, I'm gonna repeat, basketball wise, it made sense because anybody that know anything about basketball know that if AD is healthy, he's darn near unguardable.
Yeah, unstoppable.
And he plays defense. He'll give you 28 and 13 a night if he's healthy, right?
Few blocks.
And he played defense, right?
Yep.
But that's the big if he stay healthy, which we cannot. He has missed more games than he has played since he has been a Master.
Yep. The first night he went down with that abductor string,
and he clowned too. That first man, that was a monster. That was a monster game, man. Like Jamil say, that's a huge gamble, right? So, especially on somebody who is already injury prone.
Yep.
Especially somebody that's already injury prone, man. So,
and real quick, not to cut you off, but before I weigh my mind set up, before I forget, if you look at Nico Harrison's signings, Kristaps Porzingis won the chip with the Celtics. Old boy, he traded out last year, just won a chip with OKC. Brunson got traded to the Knicks. Luka got traded to the Lakers. Everybody, all of his signings didn't really get to play together. So
that's where I was going.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, old boy, I can't remember his name. They play for OKC now. Kyrie, all of his draft picks, and then trade-ins, they should have 2 rings by now.
What's wrong?
But
I don't have it with me. I'll go grab it later. Wow, you'll be able to hear what? Oh, you can hear? Oh, okay then. I go get it in a minute. But yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Is that not to minimize the fact that he's fired, because I'm glad he's fired. But on the back end of that, we still have not seen his people do anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the bandwagon of getting rid of AD. Not nothing towards AD as a player, but
he just can't stay healthy, man.
He can't stay healthy, and then you got to look at too. Jamil say he put weight on the top. I'm gonna put that up there. Jamil say then he put weight on the top of it, that he's injury prone with that. I don't know if this is where Jamil is going, but I'm gonna take that as saying he put weight with the head management, with the owners now. Look, because for a long stretch of time, the Mavericks was leading the NBA in the most sold out game.
Yeah.
I mean, by a huge margin. You know what I'm saying? When they got rid of Luka, the NBA is a superstar game. It's a game that everybody loves, but it's a game that make its money off of superstars. They build superstars, man, and it's been that way since the days of Dr. J, Julius Erving. You know what I'm saying? And so we drafted Luka. Luka was a fan favorite.
Yep.
Dirk went out, Luka came in.
Yep.
You don't get rid of Luka. You don't do that. And when he left, the money left. And then on top of who you brought in, this Negro can't stay healthy. I'm more than sure when they decided to fire him, that was when they got that message that this dude might miss the whole year. Oh no, nigga, you gotta go. Yep. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So every time the fans, back to what I was saying, we can move on, but not after this. But every time the fans see AD, it's just another reminder that you're only here because we lost Luka.
Yep.
So
only here because we lost Luka.
Because we lost Luka. Yep. Get him out of there. Exactly.
Don't Nico Harrison, don't he look like he always thinking about what he gonna cook when he get home? He always.
Yeah.
It looks like he thinking about like, well, what I'm gonna cook when I get to the house.
Yeah, you're so right, Jamil. And it's ironic that you got rid of Luka for being fat, and then in the off season, this Negro done got fat.
Stomach and everything. I was like, dang, AD, what is going on?
Yeah.
All right. Hey. So next up, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So next up, Travis Hunter out for the season with a knee injury and hopes to return in 6 months, right before preseason starts. So
yeah, that's tough. That's tough, man.
So he had just started cooking too.
Yeah, man. That's what I was about to say. He just had the best game of the season. So
the last couple games, he was starting
to climb. That's to be expected, though. I hate that it was such the type of injury, but the type of athlete that he is, going back and forth, coming out of college. You play more games in the NFL. Practices, I know, are a whole lot different than they were when he was in college, even though I know that Prime had him on a professional regiment when he was in college. But, doing it, professionally, being around professionals every day and you learning different stuff. It's only so much a body can put on. You mentioned it last week. That they went from 16 games to what is 18, it now?
18
games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a lot, man. And so, I hate to see that, man, for the young man, but I don't know. I'd rather see it now, you know what I'm saying, than later, is what I'm trying to say. So
I think he'll heal fairly well and fairly quickly.
Being what, 22 years old, 23?
Right.
I just hope he can recover, because even though he's 10 years, 11 years younger than Tyreek Hill, what we were saying the other week, it still holds weight. Wide receiver, defensive back, the number one thing you are built off of, your position, is speed.
Right.
Speed. You can react. You're taught to react to the ball. Drills can teach somebody that's got a heart how to be a DB, but you first, ask any coach, for that position, you have to have speed. And the LCL is on the outside of the knee, that supports the heavier muscle, leaner muscles. That LCL is important, just as the ACL and the MCL. They're all three work together. And I think
so. I could. Is that the lesser of the three, though?
It's the lesser of the three. It's the lesser of the three, but it's from what I understand, it's a little harder to get to over the MCL and the ACL. They're the bigger tendons. The LCL is smaller and leaner. So it's just, he can recover, and he's young and he don't smoke, drink, anything like that. So he should be good. But still, that speed I just hope he has a speed recovery, man. Because
we know an athlete that happened to, and it kind of changed the trajectory of his career. going.
Yeah,
But he
he
was
ended
going
up.
from high school to college.
Yeah,
He
this-
said it made a world of difference.
Yeah, this kid here had several offers at big D1 schools, and as soon as he and what's crazy is that he was targeted. The school that they was playing targeted him and blew his knee out, and every letter offer that he had was pulled off the table. He had to end up going to a JUCO, and he's not playing ball at all no more. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Let me show y'all a picture real quick. Let me just show you this right quick. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show everybody. What?
Whole football season came back. Jamil had to be a receiver.
You see that? You see that right there? That's the LCL right there. See, it's highs on the outside.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's just as important because it is connecting that bone to the other bone. And this is why I say he's gonna have to. But like you said, he don't smoke. He don't drink. Oh,
right.
Can I get it back right? Where I'm at? Where I need right there. Okay, there we go. So again, he's gonna have. Hopefully, he can get back. But yeah, I just want to show y'all that real quick.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yo,
visual learner, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me too.
What else we got? But not.
All right, so we had another oh God, what's the man's name? The coach for
Brian DeBall.
So it is rumored that he's the reason Shador dropped to the 5th round pick. You don't think that's fact or fiction?
I believe it's fact myself because it was always said that it was after the interview that he had with the Giants. I never put 2 and 2 together. It was right after his firing that Pastor, whatever his name is, I believe he's a good friend with Dion. I can't think of his name right now, but he the one that put him on blast. I like the way he did it as well. Never said anything the whole time the dude had his job. And what he was expressing was, the ditch that you dig for somebody else, you might be digging it for yourself. Exactly. So as soon as I seen that, he was the one that spread the bad rumors that he came in unprepared. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was slouchy and blah, blah. And everybody knew that he was lying on that as far as everybody outside of football because Prime don't get down like that, right? And you've never seen any of his boys be unprepared for anything.
Prime made a rule that nobody can come to school or meetings with slides. You had to have tennis shoes.
You got to have exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they all had to sit in the front of the classroom. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Not at the back. Yep.
Right. But when that came out, I was like, it made all the sense in the world because I did know that all of the bad and negative talk that he had came after the New York Giants interview. And remember, they passed on him twice. The Giants did. Yep, they passed on him twice. Yep.
Wow. Yeah,
so
he got fired from the Giants. Yeah, that's crazy.
Not only did he get fired, Russell Wilson got fired twice because they fixed the bench. Are they benching Jackson or did he get hurt? But Winston finna start, man.
Jameis Winston.
You know how he is. I just feel blessed.
That dude been crazy since Florida State, man. That's my guy though. That dude crazy.
Yeah, man.
I got one more before we jump into talking about yourself.
What you got?
So I'm not sure if you guys heard about this, but the Grambling State brawl between Grambling State and Bethune-Cookman.
They had a brawl?
Oh, they had a brawl. Halftime on Saturday. No, the players.
How they have a brawl?
At halftime, they got into it. And 27 players got suspended. 9 from Bethune and 18 from Grambling. But if that wasn't bad enough, the response that Coach Joseph gave at the press conference.
Which one? Who coached that?
Grambling.
Okay.
That disrespect will be met with disrespect. What kind of example are you setting for your players? Now that might be something that you talk about in the locker room when you talk to the team, but that may be something you bring to a press conference, in my personal opinion.
Right. Nah,
I don't care what happened. That is not something you could own on the field.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let the ex-football player talk, and I'm gonna let my wife talk. I'm gonna be quiet because I have no idea what was said or what was did on that football field, and I know I'm from 75212, and disrespect is gonna get met with disrespect. So I'm gonna kindly turn this over to you. I understand though.
You can do that, but now
said in the locker room.
Do that in the locker room. Make sure nobody's recording any equipment, no phones, no cameras, because this is why. At the end of the day, guess what? That is still a college and still a business. So
100%.
The message you just sent to the players is fine, but you just also sent, what if the parents of the players you thinking about recruiting, what are they gonna think? They're gonna be like, I'm
crazy, man.
Sending my child to do
I agree
that.
with y'all 100% too. So, and you said how many from Grambling got?
27. 18.
There you go. Because players are always an extension of their coach, right? So always an extension of their coach. But yeah, man, was it right after the game that he said that? I wonder.
It was during the press conference
that he said that he had to be still hot, man.
That was my next
still hot.
Emotions.
A bunch of comments, and some of the comments basically said that if this were white players at the white school, if this had been a Alabama and a Baylor or A&M and whomever, that it would have just been, boys being boys, and they were all heated, and it wouldn't have been met with the same scrutiny that this was met with.
That's
but
true.
At the same time, though, we all know we can't do what they do.
Right.
We all don't get prime time games.
Right.
So when stuff like that happens, that gives the media even more reason to say, you know what, we're not airing that. So we're not putting them on. They're going to get another prime spot. They're not going to be on TV. They're not even going to be on a local channel. Right. Because they don't know how to behave.
Yep. Because what happens with that is all it takes is, oh, we on prime time. I'm going to show out. I'm going to get 6 catches for 180 yards. And then when it don't quite turn out like that, all it takes is one little slither of a saying to be said to you, and it'll set you off. And that's it.
Did anybody see the brawl?
I saw a glimpse of it. I didn't get to see all of it.
Look it up. It was ugly.
It was ugly.
I didn't get to see all of it, but from what I've seen, it was. Yeah, you got to be able to control your emotions. And believe me, as an ex-player, I promise you, we done been up 42-0 on a team full of white boys and been called the N-word monkeys.
It happens.
The name of our high school is A.L. Brown. We would get just add another L and it's all brown because I played. The whole team was black, so we heard all of that. But we finished the game. We didn't act the monkey, and you got to be able to control your emotions because you're young men.
Taking blows to the face. I'm gonna have to go back and find it. I haven't seen it. I think I came across it and didn't know what I was looking at. Right, so I just kept it moving.
It's a little crazy.
But this is not a black team playing a white team. These are two HBCUs. We got to do better, people.
You got to be able to.
Like I said, I've been the only black person on a team before. Basketball, volleyball. I got called everything but a child of God.
Yep.
You cannot let your emotions. We're just not afforded those opportunities.
Right. You got to be able to control your emotions.
We're just not. So.
And again,
it was go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying I say that with saying it's tough to. It is.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's tough to do that, but
how long was they fighting? Because fights happen on football fields all the time. Like I gotta see the video for. Was it like man, that many people got ejected for a fight. It must have got out of control.
But see, in college, you can't even come off onto the field to grab one of your players. You still get suspended because that's how in their eyes, they say that's how more people get hurt. But I ran onto the field just to grab my guy, get him out of the way from getting hit with a helmet. No, but you suspended too. So I think that's more
okay, then kind of like in basketball, same thing in basketball too. In college, you can't come off the bench. You come off the bench. Nope. Yeah, that's pretty much how I'm feeling, Jamil, and I'm agreeing with him 100%. No lie, I am, man. But bro,
I mean, I don't disagree with that though. I agree with you. Like it's like I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, man.
It's crazy, man.
I'm just not gonna be able to do it.
It's football is such a sport, man. You got to beat up for your brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's happening. Go ahead.
To me, it's not even about the brawl per se, because I get that. They're heated. They're in the moment, like you said. You got to defend your brother. You got to defend your teammates. I understand all of that. My concern is the coach's response.
Yeah,
you got to at least give the illusion that you don't agree with what your players did, that you think what they did was disrespectful. You're going to handle it as a coach behind the scenes. You're going to deal with those players.
So do y'all? So with the coach's response, do you guys think that he should have some type of discipline?
I'll put it to you this way: if the players got suspended for the brawl, I think his response to the brawl requires the same level of discipline. Because personally, I think it might not have gotten that bad. They probably still would have done something, but I don't know it would have been to the same level if the coach had taken some responsibility and accountability for how his players responded. Hence the reason 9 from Bethune, 18 from Grambling.
That's
why I said that's what I was saying, that teams are an extension of their coach. So I could just imagine how he carried himself.
Right. And I would say from that, the way he carry himself, again, we get to a certain age, like I say all the time, the decisions you make not only affect you, but it affects everybody else. So he has to have a stern talking with the president, the chancellor, the dean, the board, the investors. They're going to be like, bro, you're the coach. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that, bro. Right. That's
as a coach, you got to be a coach. You can't make yourself a friend of the players, and and that's probably how he carried himself. And then when you do that and something like that happened, then you don't have the respect of your players that you should have. It's just like I was telling my wife when Miles Garrett called Kevin what's his name? I always said Stefanski Kevin. You know what I'm saying? He called by his first name in a press conference. They asked him, he said, that's up to Kevin. That let you know right there that the players is over this dude. I have no more respect for him. You know what I'm saying? And so for him to have a response like that, it do question what type of relationship he had with his players. Is he coach or is he homie? You know what I'm saying? Is he the homie? But I don't know, man.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk amongst yourselves. So it's happened again, guys. Another black.
I like what Jamil said. He should have worded it different. Yeah, I expect to defend themselves at all. It's how you say it, big con.
Go. That's it.
The words in the dictionary of the source he could use to convey his point. So another black entrepreneur, Corinne Marie, had her invention hijacked by a white woman. This one is called the bookmark. The bookmark is basically a bookmark with a purse handle on it. So you can walk around with your bookmark in place, and have the strap on your shoulder. So she started selling these in the fall of 2024, so around October or so.
You have a picture of it?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find one. And then July of this year, a lady by the name of Shelly Bean claimed that she's the creator and originator of this particular product.
Her name is Shelly Bean.
Shelly Bean. Yep.
Like Mr. Bean.
Yeah, just like Mr. Bean.
I bet you did like him too.
Well, I'm not going to disagree. So. But that being said,
that being said,
go back and look at history.
No pun intended.
If you go back and look at history, there's evidence that Miss Corinne was sharing her stuff and her product online since October of last year, and Miss Bean showed up this year in July. So she's claiming that it's hers. She's got a patent. So this one is going to heat up as well. But I thought it was interesting that another entrepreneur has come out with something, and then somebody else has decided they want to try and.
That's what white people do. If there's still a whole people and ship them across the daggum, see what makes you think they ain't finna steal your little patent, man.
Well, I was just about to say that. And they be quick to go back to Africa. Boy, y'all behind would die.
Hey, I was fine, but you took me over here. What you bring me over here for? Now you talking about go back.
Ready to go back. Ready to say go back. Y'all wouldn't last without us, I'm telling you.
Hey, still a whole people, still a whole land.
Look at that.
So this is essentially what it looks like.
That's the one that the sister created?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's the sister.
Right.
And essentially all it is a big bookmark, but it has straps on it, like a purse. You can walk around with it.
Yeah.
See?
That's cool.
That's encouraging Negroes to read too.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the comment that I made was, I normally do digital, but because of this, I actually might walk around with a book.
Right.
Because it is very cute for those women who really like to read and who care, whether it be your Bible, self-help book that you're reading, it's super cute. And the women who love accessories and that kind of thing, I think it appeals.
Right. So. Nick, you might not even get robbed. It might slow down rob. Nigga ain't finna rob, finna do no book snatching. They do bird snatching. Nigga. That's a book, man.
I ain't stealing that. Hey, what's that, a purse? Oh, let me have it. Oh, that's a book. You can keep that.
That's a book.
You can keep that. Here you go.
Now, listen, it's a picture book. It's too many words, man.
Right. Oh my goodness, boy! These jokers is boy.
Oh boy,
diabolical.
Yeah,
indeed it is. All right, so Toronto police run over a suspect and then proceed to continue to try and handcuff him. Let's watch.
Stop resisting!
Did you hear them say stop resisting?
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
He ain't resisting. He rolling around, writhing in pain.
Did you see his legs?
Yes.
Did you see his legs?
That was horrible.
You know why they say stop resisting, right? Y'all know why they be always yelling at, man.
They can use that as a reason to whatever action they're going to take.
It's
on camera. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stop resisting is their immunity, is their way of getting off when because it's on camera and it's being heard.
And I can tell from the video, the man didn't look like he was resisting the meat. He's writhing in pain.
Yeah. She jumped out the car. She jumped out the car. She was darn near gonna kill her partners because she jumped out the car without putting it in park. If you looked at the video, she jumped. Then she got back in instead of her hitting the brake to put it in park. She hit the gas. It was that one cop. He was hurt. Did you see him walk off? He was like,
limping off.
They need to piss her.
You done jumped in the car, hit the gas, scared to death. That'd be so scared. That'd be scared to death. DELF, death. Yeah, boy.
This is easy because that didn't look like a resistance.
Resisting. Yeah, I'm trying to resist from getting hit by this car.
Ran over, That's
the only thing that got run over was his legs. But
man, the way his legs look though. Yeah, got to be a lawsuit. Yeah, for sure.
Boy, hey, you got it here first on the Truth Be Told. Once you think you've seen it all, Truth Be Told, be like, nah, hold my bird. We got something for you.
Hold this natty here, boy.
Naturalize.
Hold this natty.
Hold this natty. I got something for you. Look at this.
Got something for you.
Got something for you. Man.
On our Talk Amongst Yourselves, the U.S. Mint has stamped its last penny.
Yep.
Don't know if y'all have heard this information, and while it's historic and it's like, oh wow, the era of the penny is going away. No more collecting pennies. What this actually means is they are going to start rounding up to the nearest nickel. This is the first news I heard. McDonald's has already said they're rounding up to the nearest dime. So you can imagine what's going to happen with the cost of stuff.
It's crazy that they already rounding up when they say it's still like what 3 billion pennies in circulation right now. Yeah. And they already talking about rounding up. You know what I'm saying? So
if your meal costs $3.99, what's that gonna make it?
Like
14?
14, 11, you 14, yo.
Yeah. 14. Yes, this is absolute. I learned something else new today. I don't know if the other Apple users are aware of this, but if you have Apple Pay and you don't have your debit card on you, if it's linked to your if you have your debit card linked to your Apple Pay, you can go to the ATM machine and take out cash with your phone.
The way they do things, the way they do things, man, is in the words of my co-host, Diabolical. They introduce stuff to us, and it be so great, and we get it, and we be like, man, this is cool. The whole time we so used to doing things like we always have, and because you're used to doing things like you always have, we have this fixation in our mind that it's always going to be like that. You know, well, this is how I do things, and it's never going to do. This here was an add-on, you know, an accessory. You know, that's how we look at it. You give me a debit card. Oh, okay, so I could just tap and pay. Oh, okay. Well, you leave my wallet at. I done it. I done left my wallet at the house, but I had my phone. You know what I'm saying? I said I'd never use it, right? Left wallet at home, use phone, use it one time, guess what? One time turn to two times turn. Now you know what I'm saying? Hey, it became, and then all of a sudden what you start noticing is that the way you normally do things is disappearing.
Yep.
No, in the words of my daddy, it's disappearing. It's disappearing. It ain't. And before you know it, this is what you got. And then they start regulating that the way you did things, not only is it disappearing, it's gone.
It's gone. That's it.
Just is this, and this is what they doing. Go back to what your wife said. They ushering in, they pushing in the caskets. They pushing it in. Houston the Brew. What's happening, fam? What's happening? What's happening?
What it brew like?
Stores that are already pushing to not have to take cash anymore. They're only taking cards.
We went to a store in the Dallas Galleria over the weekend. Bro, it wasn't no scan, it wasn't no nothing. You take what you got, you put it in a bucket. And when you put it in a bucket, it ring it up.
What?
The exact price. So you go to Walmart and you scan your item over the scanner. It wasn't even that. You just drop the item in this little bin and it rang up exactly what you
can have 4 books, a pair of shoes, and a jacket. Just drop it in the bin. It'll ring it all up.
Yeah. And while it was convenient and it was super neat, at the same time I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
What did we just
drop it in the bucket? It'll ring it up. And I didn't see, maybe they seen, I didn't see like, the cameras, the scan, to take pictures. I didn't see nothing. All I seen was a bucket.
Now, let's be honest. Wow. This was what kind of store?
It was an all Asian store.
It was an all Asian store. Yep.
And they had some dope stuff up in there.
Man, did they?
They had some dope stuff up in there, man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All Asian store. It's getting spooky out there.
It's getting spooky.
You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody the other day about how COVID spoiled me to purchasing my groceries online. I remember one of the very first times we went to the grocery store. We went to the grocery store and we went to Academy. We had to stand outside in line and wait before we could go in and do our shopping, right? And somebody mentioned
3 people had to go out. Then they let 3 in.
Right.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So what started happening is they were like, well, you can do your shopping online. You can't pay for stuff with cash online, right? You got to use a debit card. But the convenience of shopping online has pushed a lot of people to say, you know what? I don't want to go to the grocery store.
That's how Amazon blew up.
I'm going to shop online. Of course. I don't want to go to the store. I'm going to shop online. We went from picking up a couple of little items because, you're at home, you're cooking something and you don't want to run out and go grab it. You don't want to stop what you're doing. Let me just order this online and have it sent to the house. Now it's turned into you doing all your grocery shopping online. Yeah. It is pushing people to separate from other people, segregate themselves so that you're not out and about. But the other thing that I keep mentioning is the systems are taking record of the purchases that you make. Wow. Hence the reason when I go certain places, I'd rather pay with cash than to pay with my debit card.
Yeah.
It's really getting Tower of Babel-ish out here, man. Like for real.
Me and Safari were talking yesterday, I believe it was. And I asked him the question, and I asked y'all the same. How much worse could it have been during the time of Noah than now? We got to be running right parallel with that.
Parallel.
We got to be running right parallel with how it was in the days of Noah right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't finna get all off into it. Tonight ain't the night. You were already out in, but with the spirits that these people are carrying. Have y'all seen that Negro on Facebook that eat raw meat? He one of us. Have you seen him? He gotta have a demon, man. This brother, he said, I saw one video of him eating a roadkill. I lie to you not.
I did see that. That is disgusting.
I looked at it for about 5 minutes just so I could see this got to be AI. When I realized that it was real, I jumped on his page. He said, I'm never eating cooked food again. Yeah, that's exactly. He us. That's a whole demon.
Yeah, he definitely got a principality. That's a
whole demon.
Yeah,
so with the demons that's running rapid, along with how technology is moving, and I believe the technology is making these demons move a little more rapid than they normally would as well, because this technology is demon as well, demonology as well.
Man, it's
What did Paul say in Galatians? At the fullness of time.
the fullness.
At the
The thing
fullness of
is,
time.
we going into a season where we're not, you know, again, there's nothing new under the sun. It may be new to us because we hadn't seen it, but like you said, in the days of Noah, in the days, just think of all they were doing for 700,000 people to show up. That the book of Yasher says that when it started raining. Just think of what they would. If they knew what all they was doing that was vile and evil and disgusting. They made a trek to be like, bruh, we'll return to the Most High.
Yeah.
We'll return, meaning they had already knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to see some stuff that we ain't. Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't seen that though. I'm glad.
If you ain't seen it, I believe me, girl, don't go. Don't go look at it. Because I was about to click on the video, but I actually clicked on a particular video. I ain't gonna even discuss what it was. Just put it like this: use your imagination. He had a cup with a top on it, and it was a see-through cup with a top on it. And I looked at it, I knew what it was. And he took the top off. I got out the video. I said, I do not want to watch that. Just imagine what was in the cup. Okay, just imagine what was in the cup. I was like, nah.
Let's move on.
I passed that.
Yes, he did.
I'd have passed out. Sheesh, that's exactly what I said, Houston the Brook, man. I was like, sheesh. You know what I say every time I watch him? This nigga gonna die. That's what I say. That's what I say. This nigga gonna die. Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a nasty.
Because we can't do stuff like that, man. Gentile can do stuff like that. We cannot do stuff like that. Baby, you better hurry up and get going before I get.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Reel them in.
Let me say the people. So victims of the sicker coal or testing in St. Louis demand compensation. During the 1950s and 60s, the U.S. Army secretly sprayed a chemical compound called zinc cadmium sulfide over parts of St. Louis, including the Pruitt, the Go housing complex, mostly Black community, to stimulate biological warfare. Residents had no idea this testing was happening. Now, decades later, survivors and families are speaking out. Many report high rates of cancer, convulsions, and early deaths that they believe are linked to the exposure. They're demanding compensation, new health studies, and a formal government apology. Don't hold your breath. Lawmakers, including Josh Hawley, are pushing to expand the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act to include Missouri victims. But the government still maintains that the testing posed no health risk. So this isn't just about environmental racism, it's about government secrecy and accountability. They'll never admit to their wrongdoing for sure, and they're definitely not going to take any accountability on this. It's just Negroes who are affected. It is what it is.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. That's
yeah. What gives me is that we always be wanting an apology. Why?
Yeah, we're asking for apologies.
Yeah, they ain't gonna mean it anyway. Yeah, for what? Just to hear it? They don't mean it.
Even if they do say it, they don't mean the apology. There's nothing behind it. It's just words.
It's just words, man.
Why do you think the Most High told Esau, bruh, don't bring that in here? That repentance is not genuine.
Right. Exactly.
It's not genuine, bro.
It's not genuine.
You think you're gonna trick me, the creator? Like, come on now. And it's the same with them. They don't have it in them. It's not there to be sincere about we messed up. That's wrong. We wouldn't do it to our own people or our families, so why should we do it to y'all? They're not gonna say that. It's not gonna happen.
It go back to what we always say on this show, is that it's an old ancient spirit. That's the only way that it can be explained And it goes back to what we was for all of us. You see that man named Houston Brew, Ayo Ben Yahoo, Jamel. You see what I'm saying? For us who have come into this light, this marvelous light, right? To accept this, sure, it proves when they do stuff like that, it only proves that what we are saying is true.
Right.
Because I can't take this for myself. I heard it and I wished I could go back and find it. I've been looking for it for a couple of days, but I couldn't. But and maybe somebody on here saw it because we all look at the same TikToks and stuff like that. But a brother said, you know, that for years we had to fight to be recognized as a whole man because they didn't recognize us as a whole man. We was only 2/3 of a man in they. But that wasn't the real problem. The real problem is whoever said that they was man. Not even 2/3 of a man. But what man do you know would experiment on a whole group of people like this here? Because it goes beyond just the clouds that they was walking in. These people believe that they was radio activated, man, that they had radioactive, you know what I'm saying? What man do you know would hang another man from a tree and have his whole family out there to see it and send postcards to the ones that couldn't make?
And take
what
memories
man do
and
you know that would
souvenirs.
feed babies to an alligator? The
Right.
problem is you say that I'm 2/3 of a man. Who even said that you, sir, is
even
a man?
That's deep. You preaching. That's something you got to really think about. That's why I say it's like when reports come out that their soul or that pineal gland is 80 to 90% calcified. As soon as I heard that, I was like, I believe it. Because their actions, their fruit displays that. Like, check this out. So they want to talk about not taking baths, and this is kind of to land back. What person thinks it's okay to throw your waste from a bucket from a window into the street? The Moors and the Israelites in Scotland and Europe had to teach them, no, you can't do that. That's why y'all getting sick. Who invents stiletto heels to not step in the same waste that they're throwing out of the windows when they use the bathroom? Like, whoa, that's not human. That's not a person with a soul that thinks that's okay. The reason they invented perfume was to cover up the stench because they didn't take baths. Who does that? So it goes same what Aki just said. That goes like what we 3/5 or 2/3 are human. Come on, man. Like make it make sense. But that's all. This is like when I read this, the zinc cadmium sulfide into the air, bruh. That's wow.
Every test, every program, every experiment always starts with our people.
Always
starts with our people. Hence the reason you had so many people who I was shocked by how many decided to get the jab, but why so many people are reluctant to get it, because if you remember, all of the reports kept saying we needed it more than anybody. We had to get it. They were willing to give it to us first. For why? What reason did we need to have? When have we ever been in line first to get anything?
That stuff it was a time release too. Remember when Safa was on here, he was explaining how it worked, and I learned a little bit more about it. That it kills your white blood cells to begin with, and it takes your white blood cells 90 days to even rebuild after they had been destroyed by that first jab. That's why they got the schedule the way it is. When your white blood cells start building back up, they want you to come right back in so you can get you another one. What do you need your white blood cells for? That's your immunity.
That's your immune system. Yep.
That's your immune system. Those are your fighters. Those are your soldiers. So look, this was in 1960s. This was in
50s and 60s.
This was in the 50s and 60s. This sure was one of the many that they had already done to us over a period of time, Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the Negroes who was telling other Negroes, going back to the DVOC 91, to the Negroes that was telling other Negroes, you need to go get that thing. Y'all are agents for real, because I don't understand. It's something, I believe that there is something wrong with us, man.
We're broken as a people. We broken, man. Broken.
Something has got to be wrong with us to the point that do we like for real forget? Do we forget, or do we not care? Or do we want to be so peaceful with them that, okay, yeah, we're going to trust you this time. Got burnt. Right. We're going to trust you this time. We going to trust you this time and get burnt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the sad part, it wasn't just there. Like I said, we're always a test dummies, but think about where they put chemical plants, where they put smelting plants, where they put railroad tracks. There's a community in Houston where you have a cluster of people who probably 25% of the population, 30% of the population have all developed some type of cancer, whether it be the children with learning disabilities, whether it be the adults that develop cancer at a young age and die also. They know that the waste that they were burying was by the school and at the playground.
Yep.
So the place where these kids were playing is where they dumped this waste, buried underground, and expected the kids to still go out there and play. And of course they did. And now all those kids who are adults, a good portion of them have developed cancers or some other kind of incurable diseases or hard to cure diseases. Their grandkids have learning disabilities and physical impairments. And they have allowed this same government to come in and test the ground. And what does the report say? There's nothing contributing to these cancer.
How convenient.
How convenient.
How convenient. Oh, look. Oh, y'all sick. Y'all have learning disabilities for years later. Oh, let's come in and see. Oh, we ain't find nothing. And whatever's there is nothing that can contribute to what's going on with y'all. Appreciate your friendly neighborhood Gentile. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's diabolical, man. Like, again, what kind of soul do you have, or if any? What are you? Like, what kind of mind and spirit and body you got to have to be able to think that's okay to do?
Well, it's like I was telling my daughter too, that how you know it's ancient. I was up in Jasher. Well, I'm in Jasher, as a matter of fact. One of my favorite stories in Jasher is the birth of Abram.
Come on, man.
And you know, from the time the Most High sent out those first curses that you would be at enmity with the seed of the woman, and he's gonna crush your head and you're gonna bruise his heel. It was from that moment that Satan had been after that seed. It was at that moment that hatred developed for that special bloodline. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of us, we want to think that bloodline has started with Abraham. Nah, that bloodline started before Abraham, man. It was just when the Most High got to Abraham, he was able to start making covenants, right?
Yep.
That bloodline started before Abraham.
Yep.
And so when Abram was born, man, and Terah, his father's friends and those magistrates and those wise men left, and they saw what was in the stars, they went back and told Nimrod. It was from that time that Abram's life was in jeopardy.
In danger. Yeah, absolutely.
It was in. So if his life was in jeopardy, that meant your life was in jeopardy.
Come on, man.
My life was in jeopardy.
Come on, man.
Houston Brew life was in jeopardy. Jamil life was in jeopardy. The Messiah's life was in jeopardy.
He knew it. That's the thing.
And
he knew it. He knew it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that spirit is never left. That same spirit that Herod had.
Yep.
And killing all of the, why? Because he was trying to get to that seed, that particular seed.
Yep.
And now what the scripture say? He know that his time is short.
Yep.
It's short.
Yep.
So I'm going to put this spirit that I have in this group of people in Amalek.
Boy, that's scary.
Then no matter what them people do, you're going to hate it and you're going to hate them. And they your test dummies. So you can put syphilis in their blankets. You can give them prostitutes that you know they got syphilis so that we can do our test on them, right? Remember the Tuskegee, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get them prostitutes that we know is sick, get them syphilis so we can see how syphilis act in the body. They got a whole statue of a doctor, a gynecologist. Is that the women doctors? Is that what it's called? A gynecologist, right?
Yep.
They said black women could tolerate pain that was doing ungodly things to these sisters because he felt that they could tolerate pain, and he a hero in this country.
Yep.
I don't care who.
They still treat black women like that.
Yep.
To this day.
They not right.
To this day.
They not right.
Yep.
Yep, they still treat black women like that. Before Michael was born, so my doctor was out of the office and I was having some issues, and I went to one of her colleagues because I was pregnant and spotting. Went to one of her colleagues, got to the hospital or to the doctor's office. Doctor checked me out. That exam lasted maybe 45 seconds. No joke. Maybe 45 seconds. He told me it was common, sent me on my way, and I miscarried 2 days later.
Wow.
My doctor apologized profusely to me. I mean, she gave me some other explanations as to what could have potentially happened and all other things. But when I explained to her the fact that my exam only lasted 45 seconds, she was very upset. And from my understanding, they got rid of him after that. Because I wasn't the first one. But the way he treated me was just you complaining, it ain't no big deal, get out.
Wow. Diabolical, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
The one last thing I want to say on this before we move on was the main thing, one of the things that jumped out at me when I read this article. Did you watch the video that I sent with it as well? Did you check out the video?
Yeah.
I sent it. Yeah. The thing that jumped out at me, and I can't find it now. I think they done scrubbed the internet of it. When Trump said, I forgot what event that he was in, where he was at when he was there, but he said that he planned on testing nuclear weapons in American neighborhoods.
You can't find it. I was looking. I thought I was going crazy this morning because I seen it. Like when you said it, I seen it, and then I was looking for. I was like, man, you can't find nothing. You Google it. You
can't find it, and I know he said it. I heard him say it. Yes. He laughed about it when he said it. And they asked him, "Do you really mean that?" When he did that interview on 60 Seconds, he said it, and they done deleted it out. Yeah, they done cut it out, man, because she asked him, "Do you really mean test nuclear weapons on American City?" He was like, "Yeah, that's what I really mean." So if that's how he feel, what neighborhoods do you think? Do you think it's gonna be Come on now.
Definitely not gonna be them. Y'all already know who it's gonna be.
Come on now.
It's always us.
Yo, can't find it. They done scrubbed the net of it, man.
Yep.
Always us.
Yo.
But they say we the lowest. They say we the scum of the earth. Why y'all always it's always about us. And we don't even be bothering y'all.
We stay rent free in their head. I wish Hundo was here tonight. Hundo.
Yeah,
I wish Hundo was here tonight.
oh my goodness.
So speaking of y'all favorite president, so who's paying for this new White House ballroom? So Trump's $300 million White House ballroom. Let's figure out who's for the bill. So a massive $300 million White House ballroom is stirring controversy, not just for its size, but for who's paying the tab. Trump claims the entire thing is being funded privately by him and his friends with no taxpayer dollars involved. But here's where it gets tricky. The money is being funneled through a nonprofit group called the Trust for the National Mall, which is collecting donations from some of America's biggest corporations and wealthiest individuals, including tech giants, defense contractors, crypto companies, and tobacco firms. Critics are calling it a potential play-to-play setup. Of course it is. Questioning whether donors expect political favors or influence in return. If I'm paying $100 million, $50 million, $10 million to help you build something, I better get a kickback. Watchdogs and lawmakers are demanding transparency because right now the donor amounts and terms have not been fully disclosed. The ballroom itself is a massive 90,000 square feet and part of an ongoing White House expansion that's being marked as a symbol of American excellence.
90,000 square feet.
Why would
90,000 square feet.
If it's 90,000 square feet, there should never be a time. Technically, we're not paying for it, right? That's what they say. We're not paying for it. So that's their way of saying we shouldn't have access to this. We shouldn't, because if I'm paying $300 million in tax dollars to help support this, I want to be able to go have whatever event I want to with that ballroom. This is why it's being funded by
90,000
his friends.
square feet, bro.
And look at who all his friends are: tech giants, defense contractors, crypto companies, and tobacco.
Yep, some of those names are major tech companies. You got Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Meta. Defense and technology, you got Lockheed Martin, media and telecom companies, Comcast and T-Mobile. You got Caterpillar, Hard Rock. Then some of the families, you got the Addison Family Foundation, the Luckner family, Stephen A. Schwartzman. Like, it's just all these big wigs want to kick back for money and want to be, and what they'll do once it's done and complete, a couple years, another year or so, they all get a kickback or whatever. Then all of them are going to get an invite to a big old ball and dance. They're going to get in their tuxedos and celebrate from what they've accomplished.
And let their free flags fly.
Yep. That's all it is. It's just about show. Look at what I got and you don't have. That's all it is.
And how long did you say it was going to take for them to build this?
I would say
about when?
I would think another year or so. Probably quicker than that.
Okay.
That ballroom is what got him in trouble, what got Jimmy Kimmel in trouble.
Yep.
Jimmy Kimmel, not Jimmy Kimmel, he was asked about church, and he couldn't even talk about the ballroom. Right. He decided to talk about the ballroom instead. The thing, though, I can't say bothers me, but the thing that I understand with this is this. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Ayo, that is one of those to kick back to see what it is that I've done, and they're gonna have a big ball on it and whatever, right? But you guys played high school sports, and you know that there's always been a kid on a varsity team that didn't have no business on the varsity team. And not only was he on the varsity team, This kid didn't even have no reason starting. And and then you got a kid that didn't start or didn't play because this kid gotta play and the coach gotta play him. Why did that kid have to be played?
Because their parents put a lot of money in that booster club.
That's it.
Right?
Them
I bet
jerseys
you every high
gotta get
school
paid
across
for.
America got that kid on there, man.
Them
So why
jerseys gotta
would
get
you
paid
give the
for.
kid
30 years, I know we were just talking about you, man. Shalom, brother. Shalom. So the thing with these people, this is synonymous to me as when these mega churches, they be asking their memberships to donate and you get your name on a brick.
That's it.
Right?
Did you remember watching what was the show we used to watch? With football show with Jason Pittman.
I know what you're talking about.
Pitts.
Yeah.
Kelly Pitts.
I can't think of it right now.
There was an episode with
Ding Dong.
Derwin.
Yeah, Derwin.
There was an episode with him and Melanie where she wanted to start going to this new church, and they had her sitting towards the back because they only donated a certain amount of money or gave only a certain amount of tithe. And so she started adding extra money to their tithe and they got better seats. Your tithe will determine where you sat in that church.
And your donation is going to determine what type of laws you can put in place 100%. To help you in your corporation.
100%.
Lobbyist. That's what lobbyists. That's what they
to the first degree right here, man. This is what this is. The government no longer belongs to the people.
Right.
The people are slaves to the government and to these corporations now, man. It's these corporations that is telling the government what to do. The government can care less about you and I, what's important for us, what we need, you know what I'm saying, what's in our best interest. No. It's these corporations because these corporations got the money. Hey, you want a 900,000 square feet? And what you say? How big?
90,000.
90,000 square foot. Hey, you know what? I got 50 million on that. But that 50 million go a long way when legislation time comes.
What?
Are we asking for some kind of kickback?
Go a long way. You see what I'm saying? That 500 mil, that half a bill, they go a long way when it comes time. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you better listen to what it is that I gotta say, man.
This is also the second or third incident where we've seen tech giants and military personnel being pushed to the forefront.
Right.
Stuff that they ain't got no business being pushed to. Defense contractors, that's what it is. Being pushed to the forefront of something they shouldn't even be involved in. Why are defense contractors helping build the ballroom?
Right.
Lockheed Martin.
YouTube is gonna pay $22 million towards the project as part of a settlement. We just got to talking about them wanting to, and go look at Project 2025 in the broadcast section. They want to shut down any and everything that has to do that is going to shine a dark light on this administration, man. They want to shut it down.
Yep.
So you look at YouTube. YouTube is belong to the government to begin with. Yeah, that's government.
Yep. They sold out to the government a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's it. It's crazy, man.
They're gonna think this is philanthropy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they want to call. That's what they want to call it, man. You got cell phone tech syndrome. You got all kind of man.
That's your information right there.
That's your information.
Cell phones.
Yeah.
Why would you need to donate?
Right. Exactly.
They want your information to be able to sell it to overseas, the Blue Star people. That's what that's about.
This dude is for real up in there doing what he want to do. Amazon, Google, and Meta, several billionaire investors, U.S. president has said that he personally would pay for significant portions of it. Say, man, all of these people are getting in bed with the devil, and the devil is inviting them in the bed. And what they gonna do is screw over the people, man. And when I say the people, I'm not including me in this because my citizenship is in the Shana.
Right.
I'm not including myself in this, like for real. I'm talking about the people who for real believe in this thing. You know what I'm saying? My citizenship is in the Shanayim. I don't want. You remember we got in trouble, man, because they turned. That was in I want to say that was in Isaiah. I want to say it's in Isaiah, maybe 63. I could be wrong, but instead of them turning to the Most High for help, they turned to Pharaoh to Egypt. He said, "Oh, that's what you want to do? Okay."
Bet. Bet. Got it.
You know what I'm saying? No, I think it's 37. Isaiah 37 in my memory. Yeah, I think it's 37 in my memory served me right. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Well, I tell you what, you let Pharaoh get you up out. I don't want nothing from you, Trump. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all do what y'all do, man.
All right, well, time to get away from us, so we're about to move to another segment here.
One of our favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls beyond critical race theory and what we call beyond critical race and culture facts. With no further ado, let's get it.
Hey, that I'm blessed. Yeah, we are at the favorite part of the show, as you heard in that beautiful intro for this segment. And this segment today, we're going to take a step away from our Never Forget on This Day series. This is a treat. I really enjoyed this. This is a lengthy article, so I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to read some of it. I heard about this a few years back, and they are definitely trying their best now that it has resurfaced on TikTok and social media platforms. They are trying to scrub it because the articles that was there last week when I was researching are not there no more. But today is definitely, like sis say, a transcending essential heritage. But today we are going to venture into the classroom and we are going to learn about Mr. Albert Perry. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I have.
Listen to this. This is a treat. Mr. Albert Perry, what they never told us. Listen to this, y'all. When scientists examined the DNA of Albert Perry, a so-called African-American man from South Carolina, they uncovered a genetic mystery that rewrote the history of humankind. Perry's Y chromosome, the strand of DNA passed from father to son, didn't fit into any known category. It was older, far older than all others on record. Yes, the Houston Brew, Albert Perry. The discovery published in 2013 revealed that Perry carried what geneticists later called haplogroup A00, the oldest known male lineage ever identified, dating back more than 300,000 years. Now, that's what they say, 300,000 years. His bloodline diverged from all other modern human beings long before the appearance of Homo sapiens as we know them. In other words, this South Carolinian, a man born into the legacy of slavery, carried with him the oldest genetic signature of the human race.
What?
Boy, listen, this from South Carolina, and they is trying to scrub it because they buried it, and now it's starting to resurface.
Come back, right?
It's starting to come back. Subsequent research found that this ancient Y chromosome lineage still exists among the Mibo people of Cameroon, confirming that Perry's DNA was not a fluke. It was a living remnant of humanity's earliest fathers. Where we done heard that from? Come on, Abraham, Isaac. Come on, Adam. Come on, Seth. Come on through. His genetic code forced science to acknowledge that human history is far more complex than the textbooks suggest. It's also reaffirmed what many in our community have been saying for generations. The story of so-called Black people did not begin with slavery.
Come on now.
All right. So with that being said, remember, his genetic code forced science to acknowledge that human history is far more complex than the textbooks suggest. They're now coming out with Socrates and Plato's and all those saying that when they read, remember they invaded Egypt and the Library of Alexandria, that all the African books that they read and thought they had figured out, that they were wrong, that they were way off. They're starting to admit that they had no idea what they were reading. They thought they had to figure out, but all this theology and theory and all this, they said it was wrong. They're starting to admit that. So they just put it right here in this article. All right, let's keep going. Connecting the science to the story. In our in the ongoing Indigenous series on Be More News and the Emmy-nominated Donnie Glover Show, we've been asking the questions traditional history avoids. What if the origins of melanated people in the Americas predate the slave ships? What if the family stories of Indian blood whispered by our elders were never myths, but memories? We've discussed haplogroups like E1B1A common among African descended men in the Americas. Scientists often link this group to ancient West African lineages, Negro land right there. Yet many of those same markers appear in unexpected places among families with native roots here in North America. The deeper you dig, the blurrier those colonial lines between African, Indian, and more become. What do you think that they just said? They just told you right there. What do you think? Seminoles, Florida State Seminoles. Seminoles mean black. Who do you think were? They just told you. All right, let's keep going. We almost there. I'm gonna have to skip a couple paragraphs, but let's read this. Our history runs deep, from the mound pyramids of Cahokia to the lost civilizations of the Mississippian cultures that built cities and trade networks rivaling those of ancient Egypt. These pyramids, numbering in the thousands across the Americas, challenged the notion that advanced civilization was a foreign import. Then came the treaties, the Indian Wars, and laws like the 1740 Negro Act of South Carolina, which criminalized literacy among the enslaved and erased distinctions between Negro, Indian, and mulatto. That legal erasure was not accidental. It was actual policy, a law. As we've explored, even Freemasonic networks played roles in shaping the early treaties, that's contracts that was designed to cover this stuff up and bury it, and land secessions that redefined who was counted as Indian and who was written out of our history altogether. Lastly, reclaiming the narrative. So when we discuss Albert Perry, we're not just talking about genetics, we're talking about evidence. His DNA confirms what many of our ancestors knew without laboratories or peer review, that our story stretches beyond Africa, beyond slavery, beyond the imposed identities of race and color. His discovery validates the mission behind the indigenous, to create a space where science and Ruach meet, where genealogy and oral history align. And it goes on, it keeps talking, but yeah, it's so long. I had to put the link in the description. But what do y'all think about that? Albert Perry, a South Carolina man, was tested back in 2012 and has the oldest DNA where it fits into another haplogroup. That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
That's the most high way of putting his signature on his people, man. That's
Bruh,
what that is.
That's when I started reading it, I said, look at the Most High. Look how he allowed this. This man is from South Carolina.
Normal dude, right?
Not West Africa, but his DNA linked all the way back to Adam itself, to Seth.
Right.
And this is why they're trying to cover it up. You know why? Because when you're reading this, you think about Genesis.
You can't help but to.
Come on, bro.
You can't, and that's what the Most High said, let the heavens and the earth declare. You dig what I'm saying?
Come on,
That's
man.
exactly what it's doing, man. That's exactly what it's doing. We have absolutely no idea. I kiss you. I be trying to tell, like, I'm a huge Western fan. I love Westerns. And once I got into this truth, that's when I started realizing that the Westerns themselves be lying to us with what we call Indians. I hate that word Indians.
Right.
You know, with that word Indians, man, and what they supposed to look like, right? Say, look, I say this all the time because I be wanting it to resonate on people. My granddaddy, my mama's daddy, was 100% Indian.
Right.
My grandmother's sister married a 100% Indian.
Wow.
So that lets you know, that when them white folks got here, that them Indians look like you and me, especially over there on the land where you from, over there in them Carolinas and in them Floridas, Oklahoma, land of the Oklahomas and the Dakotas and stuff like that. All of that, man, they look like us today, man.
Yep. And that's exactly what that article is saying.
They're
saying that, and another thing I thought about, and I know we got to move on, but real quick, everything you just said, now you think about Columbus.
Right.
Why did he come here?
Right.
Here. Why did he come here?
Right.
Because of they knew.
Exactly.
They knew.
Exactly. That's what I say. I say this all the time, and I hope I'm not going to lose no people here, but listen to what I'm saying, right? The transatlantic slave trade was 100% factual from West Africa, across the Atlantic, over here to these Americas was 100% factual. But I do believe that they fudged those numbers upward.
Yeah.
Because it was so many of us already here. You got to ask yourself the question, what would it benefit them if we knew that we were already here?
Come on, man.
It would not benefit them. So they gonna tell you that 4 million, 6 whatever million it was. No, that's not true, man. There was a lot of us already here, Aki.
The ones that were already here, we're the ones that they took back to Spain and to Europe, and then the ones that was in Europe and Africa, it was just they just kept going around.
That's all it was, man. But then you gotta remember the Moors too. They mixed that thing up so bad. The Moors was Negroes, but they was a high society Negro, man.
Yep.
It was a high society Negro.
King James lineage, all of us that was in Scotland, the same way.
And he had Negroes here that was running stuff.
We were everywhere.
We was everywhere. Go back and look at the history of Delaware. Delaware started off of Negroes.
Yep. That's it.
And it's in the books, man.
It's there, man.
It's in the book.
That's a whole nother show in itself too. We can stay on this all night. We can stay on this all night, man. I had so much fun reading that article and researching that. I was like, wow, I never knew that, man. Never knew that. I was like, wow. No wonder they're trying to cover it up. I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either, man. Hey, we already know y'all thieves. Oh no, they discovered it.
Yeah.
You see somebody's car sitting on the side of the road, you jump in and drive and jump off and just say you discovered it.
Right.
It's mine now.
Yeah.
Okay. Soon as the person find it, keep that same energy.
We call that theft.
Right. That's
what
exactly what that is.
People they call that squatting.
That's exactly what that is. That's exactly what it is.
All right. That was great. That was an amazing one. I do really believe we probably need to do some history. One show, just make it all beyond critical race fact.
That would be dope. Yeah.
I think that would be good. All right. So next up, Michelle Beadle calls out Stephen A. Smith. She says she's not religious, but she prays for his downfall. So she blasted him for partnering with a mobile gaming company that's now facing a federal lawsuit for deceptive practices. She called the move gross and said I quote, "I'm not a religious person, but I pray for the downfall." Her comments went viral, reigniting their long-running tension that dates back to their time at ESPN. And later, the slip took over her excellent time. Smith fired back on his show, dismissing her criticism, saying people on the outside looking in shouldn't question his success or his business decisions. Do you think she has a point?
I don't know what their beef is myself, but just me on the outside looking in, and it's one of the reasons I kind of worded it the way it, to me, it sounds like it's a Karen that is upset. Now, let me put this out. I'm not a Stephen A. fan, Stephen A. Smith fan.
Right. Me either.
Not a Stephen A. Smith fan at all. But you know who is less of a Stephen A. Smith fan? White people. Them white people. Because he has a huge platform and he's getting paid a lot of money on that platform. And he has a very big mic. And he could darn near say what he want to say.
Yep.
And then white people hate it, man. And so when she say words like "I'm praying for his downfall," you got to understand the power of white people when they talk like that, man. Yep. That's dangerous, dude. Yep. I see a Karen that is upset at where this dude is at. To me, this is almost like a reverse DEI attack. You dig what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get a white person talking like that publicly in the media about a black person,
it's coming.
That's what I feel like.
It's coming.
That's what I feel like.
Right.
Issues, situations for a long time. For a long time. I think he is on the same trajectory, maybe a different path as Uncle Shay Shay. He has avoided situations for a very long time, and it's only a matter of time before they bring him down.
Yeah,
not the same type of.
That's what I said. He's on a different path.
Different path, but
because
harder you fall.
Right. Because remember, this is where it stems from. Their beef from between Michelle Beadle and Stephen A. Smith. Y'all remember the Ray Rice stuff back in the day?
Right.
So when that was going on, Stephen A. said on their show, it was he said that sometimes women could provoke domestic violence.
I remember that. I remember that.
They suspended him for that for a while.
Yeah.
But that's from that point. That was 2014.
Right.
They've been butted heads. Now, his new show on Sirius XM, that replaced Michelle Beadle's slot. So that even further made the rift.
Exactly.
So it's almost like maybe the corporation is trying to put some type of drama because they got a personal rift anyway. And this is what I was saying last week. This the between liberals and conservatives. Conservatives, they'll let you know, black people, we don't need you, and tokens. Once you spent, we don't need you no more. You out. Liberals, they want to be praised and worshiped for allowing you in.
Right.
And it seems like this is a little bit of both. She don't like him, but like you said, Ak, he has a big platform and he makes money for the company. So it's kind of like, oh, if you ain't gonna agree with everything I say as a white one, If you don't agree with it,
you've been doing that Bojangles dance for him for a while now.
He's done made a lot of money, so he could be your token spent days are up. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they all come with contracts. See, and that's why I hate to bring him into this conversation, but I'm gonna bring him in anyway. I'm a Michael Strahan fan, and for you to get in the position that Michael Strahan has gotten into since the time he left football, I always say that you had to pay a price to get there. But however he paying his prices, like this.
Yeah.
It's like this. he quiet with it. You dig what I'm saying? He's real quiet with it, and he's real subtle with it. He ain't doing nothing to make himself look bad or us as black people look bad. Stephen A. Smith is like my wife said, he be doing that Bojangle dance for the white people every time that he get. And if you pay enough attention, if you pay attention to him, he'll let you know that money over everything.
Yep.
Just like Steve Harvey.
Yep.
Money over every. Whatever the white man need me to do for me to make more money, I'm gonna do it.
He said that. He said the first thing he do when he get up in the morning is think how to make his boss more money.
You see what I'm saying?
He said
that's a dangerous Negro, man.
Dangerous Negro to have.
So to tap into the comment that you made about Michael Strahan, you said you don't know how he's paying. You do recall what happened to one of his daughters, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The twins.
Yeah.
You know how often twins share the same genetic diseases?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is at a rate of 60% or higher. Mm-hmm. So if one of them gets it, the chances of the other one getting it is extremely high. So the fact that right now only one of them has it, that might be his payment.
Right. It's sad to talk like that, man. But it's sad to talk like that. But that's facts, though, for real, man. Yep. But I honestly see this white lady upset though that Stephen A is steadily moving up this corporate ladder. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I forgot all about that Ray Rice beat. You know what I'm saying? You got to think that's been 11 years ago.
That was
11 years ago. See what I'm saying, man? When white people, especially white women, start making noise like that, man, say it's not that long after, man, before dominoes and stuff start falling over, man.
Right. And that's all it takes is for her to walk into her office and really mad and say, okay, I've had enough. This has been going on for so long. I don't know how you guys can let this happen any longer. And they'd be like, okay, all right. We'll figure something out. You let him take my show. You let him say that stuff about women. How dare you? That's all it takes.
Yeah.
All it takes. And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yep. Them tears, boy. That's all they got. They get to crying and carrying on. And it's a black dude involved.
That's why it don't pay to sell out, man. This is why it don't pay to sell out, man. So Rock talk about that too, man.
Yep. It does.
The Bible don't miss a beat. You understand? Man, just pick it up and read it.
This is why the Creator is so amazing. He said, it's so good. I'm gonna write it down. I can't.
Write it in the book.
I'm gonna write it in the book.
Go get you some homies and y'all stay up. Y'all take shifts.
Yeah, it was up there writing, boy. Niggas dipping that thing in that queen with that feather sticking out. They was writing, boy. And the Most High was just talking. All right. Put a dot. Put a comma right there. No, don't. Hold on now.
So we have one more topic to hit on tonight. I'm a little afraid to touch this one because we only have about 15 minutes left, and I feel this one deserves more justice and time than what we're about to give it. So I'm gonna throw it out there, and you guys, if you want to feel like we can talk about it in this short amount of time, then we'll do it. If not, then we'll hold this one for the next show. Because I know you had something you wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah, but we could talk about it a little bit, man. Something that we didn't talk about a lot though when we were younger, the three of us, is mental illness, right? We didn't. And I'm not going to even front with you. It's still kind of hard for me to talk about it now, in a sense of that, the way that the world talk about it, right? Because I do think, and I'm not being insensitive here, okay? Because I know that it's real. But I do believe that there's so many people of today's generation that is just soft. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that mental illness can be used as a cop-out And it makes it look bad for the people who are really suffering, almost like the boy that cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody can't be suffering from mental illness, right? And so now you got to decipher through to find out who really is and who really isn't.
Right.
This young guy, man, Marshawn Nealon, Dallas Cowboys, linebacker, outside linebacker, am I correct?
Yeah.
Nice talent. They saying that he killed himself. Now, his cousin say that something else. She say otherwise. Now, there was one particular article that I wanted to share with you guys that I could not find. My wife found it for me, right? But I wanted the comments. I wanted you guys to pay attention to the comments after her cousin expressed. Her cousin was like, look, and you tell me if this makes sense. I'm going to pause after this. Just tell me if it makes sense or not. He's running from the police for his life, and they find him in a porta potty with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And that's what the cousins say. It don't make sense. If he's running from the police for his life, why would he go to a porta potty and take his life?
Yeah.
Right? And that's what she's saying. We all have family members that we know. And when I say know, we know. And if somebody come to you and be like, so-and-so did themselves, you be like, nah. Not that one.
Right.
This is a cousin talking, man.
Yeah.
And so in the comments, they saying, what were some of the things that they were saying in their comments?
It's always them trying to, and you know who the them is, trying to use
the victim
as reasons for why they do the things that they do. Victim mentality. Sometimes people just off themselves, and it is what it is. There's no conspiracy. There were a lot of very inappropriate and insensitive comments. Regardless of whether it's true or not.
Right.
Very insensitive comments.
Right. But yeah, I don't want to. Well,
go ahead.
Certain persons died September the 10th, and he could have just been a bad person that said bad things that got taken out. You see what I'm saying? Like this.
Say it.
Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like when Charlie Kirk got unalive, everybody was doing the same stuff that they were saying. You know, so keep the same energy. Y'all wasn't saying that when Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck. He said bad things and somebody got tired of it. Stop with the conspiracies. Stop with the magical story. So you see what I'm saying? You see how this imbalanced. You could tell when people have no souls, opposed to
work for them when they're on the other side.
When they on the other side of the fence,
right? Because
it works when they're on the other side.
Because from what Jasmine said, she said that he was a non-violent, family-oriented big kid.
That's exactly what she said. And you look at him, that's what you see on his every picture that I see. That's
joking,
what I
laughing
see.
around.
You know what I'm saying?
She said he was on his way to a family reunion in Michigan when the incident occurred, making this. So that's why. So again, people are going to make those comments without getting. Now, if it came out 2 weeks. And the police actually said, yeah, we did this, we did that. The police confessed, we got a confession. Y'all, them people that said all those comments, they're not going to apologize. They'll just say, well, it still happened. You still play the victim, you guys. So, yeah, I just don't see
because I look at it, man. I'm not saying that they did it right, but I can understand what she's saying. She said, I truly think that they killed him. I truly do, said the cousin Jasmine at her grand reference home, because why else would he run for his life and kill himself in a porta potty? Look, if I'm running from how many times you seen somebody running from the police and then they get in a situation where they know they ain't gonna get away and they kill themselves right there in the car?
Right.
Right there in the car. Why go to a porta potty?
Right. Did he see something that spooked him? Like,
I don't know. Let me tell you what I know and understand about mental health.
And I do want to get back to that. I finished that. When people really have mental health and you know them, help them. Please help them.
Yep.
Go ahead. I mean,
not 99.99% of the time, there are always signs. There's always signs. So people who say, we didn't see it coming, we didn't realize this was going on, we thought they were, so happy. There are always signs if you're willing to pay attention to them. Anytime somebody is suicidal, there's conversations that they have, there's certain things that they say. You find yourself having conversations with, oh, don't think like that. Oh, don't talk like that. I'm just saying suicidal people
show signs.
There are symptoms all along the way. So if he really was suicidal and wanted to take himself out, there are signs along the way. And the family's going to be able to tell you, remember this conversation he had? Remember when he said this thing? Remember when this issue happened? Remember when this incident happened? There are always signs that point to, they may not be overt, but if you go back and look at it in retrospect, you usually can come back and go, now I understand what that means. Now I understand why they said the things that they were saying. So if it really was that, if he really did unalive himself because he was on this path to do that anyway, the family will come back later and say, you know what, there were signs and symptoms. But for them to come out now saying, that's not what it was, we believe XYZ happened, because who knows you better than your family?
That's right.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Knew who he was when they took him out.
Right.
Or when they found him
in a porta pot of all places.
Crazy.
That's just what throws me off with the whole thing, man. It's like, I don't know, man. We are definitely going to hear more about this.
Yeah.
This is one of those where you want to wait till the whole matter is brought out before you can really talk on it, right? Because his cousin is grieving right now, no doubt. Right. And when a person is grieving, their emotions are all over the place.
All over
the place. So, and nobody can tell a person how to grieve. I hate when people say, try to tell people how to grieve. And how long you can grieve, right? Cousins are like brothers and sisters. You dig what I'm saying? So, them sometimes they be your first siblings. You dig what I'm saying? So, but there's more going to come out. But real quick, man, you got any more to say on that before we?
No, man. Same as you. When we get more, condolences to his family. That young man was a son. He was a big cousin. He was a brother. He was somebody's son, nephew. I hope they get clarity, and I hope they can find out what really happened.
All right, people. So I do want to make an announcement. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
Yeah. Truth Be Told Flex Podcast is coming to an end, people. It really is. I meant to get this up on the bill, but everything was messing up the way that it was. But yeah, so we're gonna run out through the rest of this year. No doubt we are. We're gonna run out through the rest of this year, but after the last Wednesday of December, this of what it is that you see of the Truth Be Told Flex Podcast, it will be extinguished. Me knowing me, I am definitely going to be back and be doing something, I know, but yeah, we about to shut it down, man. And I love you, brother. Like, for real.
Yeah, man, I love you too, man.
Like I told you earlier, man, I got 5% on my laptop. Like I told you earlier, man, I couldn't have came this far without you, man.
Yeah.
You have been solid. You have been consistent throughout. And if I decide to do anything else, like I told you, I'm going to reach out to you, brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely reach out. But yeah, but we love y'all, Truth Be Told Flex Podcast family. Y'all are the greatest. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be it for this of what it is that you see. Y'all guys got anything to say?
It's gonna be tough, but the Most High is good, man. I wouldn't trade this family for nobody in the world, man. You guys have been great, great co-host. I'm sorry, great host and production manager. I love you guys. You know, we're family, so it's that last Wednesday.
Family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That first Wednesday in January, how my grandmother would
Right.
say, January is gonna be,
Right. It's gonna be
tough,
different.
but it's gonna be different. But
Yeah. So the brand of Truth Be Told may still be there, because the YouTube page is created. I may run in and do something, but as far as the big production of what it is that we do, I'm going to give Ayo back to his family. And I'm gonna I'm going to spend more time with my family because the people y'all just
I'm gonna call y'all on
and look, he will too. He
I know
will.
he would.
He definitely will.
Yeah, he would. But we love y'all, man, and we will be back next week. Okay, so
We'll be back.
hey, yeah, man. But I love you, brother. I do. And we love y'all. And Bernard, you have been great since you came on.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me come join this wonderful podcast. I was not reluctant, but I was like, what am I getting myself into? And I've enjoyed every single minute of it. You guys crack me up. I learn something new every week, whether it be in the news that we're sharing, history that we're sharing, beyond critical race facts that I know it brings. It's been wonderful, and I definitely enjoy the relationship and family that we had built over the last couple of years. And again, I appreciate Shaka Boom allowing you to come hang out with us. So I'm like, we're gonna give it back.
He be ready to get rid of him. Boy, when 8:30 on Wednesday coming? Is it 8:30 Wednesday yet?
Right. Hey, I may need him again though, Shaka Boom. So
we're only giving it back temporarily.
Right.
Oh Lord. Oh look, yep, we definitely
exactly.
Boy, one gonna have to catch all the replays and reruns. He gonna have to. He gonna be.
We're gonna have to send him a care package.
Right.
He gonna be heartbroken. Wait, what? No more Twice Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And instead,
Twice Out.